Good evening, everybody. We're going to look at the 5-minute chart, and I've annotated on this chart all the 4-hour annotations that I posted earlier on Twitter. Okay, and we'll flash to that real quick. All the annotations right up here. This has the 5-minute annotations on it. But you can see the areas that I marked. Talked about the 4-hour time theory. Okay, we don't need to look at this anymore because we've annotated major points of interest on a 4-hour chart. Now we're going down to the 5-minute chart. Excuse me. All these things that I'm showing to you are completely based off of all my studies from ICT. So dealing ranges, fair value gaps, highs, lows, order blocks, London, New York. Okay, this is putting together a 4-hour chart and now making it highly probable for trades that are going to deliver a decent amount of points for you. And it's like anything else in any other strategy. You don't get A plus setups every single day. There's no home runs every single day. So let's just get that part out of our minds. This is breaking down the chart, and it's using the 4-hour where time is telling you where it wants to go. So let's dive in. I could scroll back here, and I posted a picture of this on Twitter where we have a 5 o'clock fair value gap, and boom, here's our 5 o'clock 5 a.m. opening candle. We have a small manipulation down into a very small imbalance. Price runs up, creates equal highs, rebalances a fair value gap, takes out the highs, rebalances the imbalance, and then moves towards 50% of this fair value gap. What happens at this 50% is that we get a change in the state of delivery. Price runs up, creates a high, and very quickly runs away. So this set of candles running up above 50%, and we have this candle that displaces it. Okay, here's your early entry right at 50%. At 15.15, I believe ICT took shorts at 532 and 514. So short this wick back up here, short again. 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock, time delivering to time. And we see the sell off. Okay. 9 o'clock starts right here. and we have an order block put in. 9 o'clock manipulates up, runs a couple highs, displaces it, CSD, runs down. We get a move back up into this order block with this wick right here, entry short, and we have the 9 p.m. low where price delivers to. Okay, we'll just use this for right now. So if you took the 5 a.m. and the 5 a.m. fair value gap, this was a 200-point delivery. The start of the 9 a.m. candle delivering to a 9 p.m. low. This 4-hour candle, this was the 9 p.m. low. Created that long wicked candle there. Not super long, but long compared to the body. Price does its thing, and we move over here. Now we have the 1300 or 1 p.m. candle, which I have highlighted. Price puts in some equal lows down here and puts a short-term high. And the 1 p.m. candle runs that short-term high and then just consolidates right here in this temporary order block. Again, green candle up into a fair value gap, CSD of that candle, and a wick back into that order block with a subsequent move down. These are all order blocks in this market maker sell model. If you don't know what that is, then you need to go back and study ICT videos a lot more. So then we have 5 p.m. opens up right here, as you can see, the new day opening gap. We manipulate up, and looks like we tap this devil's mark. Yep. Clear that, and then we begin a move back down. And we have some unbalanced area right here, so we slowly balance this area. High resistance, move down. Back down into the 1 o'clock open. This is also order block on a market maker buy model, where we get a manipulation down, CSD, wick back into it, and displacement out of it. So we got price meandering all throughout here. We have, this is the 1 a.m. opening candle. And the 1 a.m. opening candle opens up into a fair value gap. And we get CSD. We get a small wick up into there. And what does the 1 a.m. immediately do? It runs and negates this 1 p.m. candle. And then just kind of manipulates, goes back down into this order block over here, which was the low of the previous day, and collects orders and then continues to move up. And then it starts using the 1300 open CE as an area to hold price. We have that 4-hour candle that makes this move, just kind of consolidates right there, if you will, after taking out this low. And we get a 5 a.m. candle that opens up, manipulates down, and then this 5 a.m. candle just works its way up, and lo and behold, targets a 5 p.m. high. So weird now that we've had 1 o'clock candles target 1 o'clock points of interest. We have a 5 a.m. candle that just targeted a 5 o'clock point of interest. And after it runs this high, it doesn't displace through it. It runs it, rejects, doesn't close higher, displaces, immediate rebalance, and just builds orders short until it finally really makes a move and displaces for a sell model. Here's our 9 a.m. opening candle. This 9 a.m. 4-hour candle opens and it immediately runs up into this fair value gap. We have one right here. We also have this large 4-hour 9 a.m. fair value gap. So now we have a similar time that's moving into this same timed fair value gap and displaces lower, creating an order block, and then price moves into that order block to build orders and displaces lower. These equal lows are in the 9 a.m. candle, but price just doesn't, it wants to deliver there, it just doesn't quite deliver there all in one shot. And that happens, but it's drawn to it. It uses the same timed candle to start the draw towards the same time candle. And so that candle finishes, consolidates, and boom. We have equal highs right here. We have the 1300 candle opens up right here with this down close candle, manipulates above these. Notice candle bodies hold CE of this 1300 candle, and we have an immediate sell-off running out the lows. The trigger was the 1300 candle open back into a 1300 candle open. All these things happen over and over again, and there will be days where, depending on the time you're trading, you have multiple setups. We just showed 1, 2, 3, 4 setups that you could take. And that's all looking at order flow. It's all looking at what the 4-hour is telling us. And the timing of the 4-hour candles and when they open, they want to deliver to the same timed candles. So take this little bit, back test it, and start hunting on how you can use that 4-hour to tell you where price is going to go, because it's telling you where price wants to go.